Hi, everyone. Welcome and thank you so much for your time and interest. My name is Peter Littlefield. I'll be presenting today's Amazon Personalize webinar. What is Amazon Personalize? Amazon Personalize is a fully managed machine learning service that trains, tunes, and deploys custom machine learning models to deliver highly customized recommendations to customers across industries such as retail, media, and entertainment. But first, I want to briefly revisit machine learning and AI a bit more broadly. Before we get into it, I just thought I'd quickly share a view of the AWS machine learning stack, which we see as having three key layers. In the bottom layer are the frameworks and infrastructure, typically leveraged by expert practitioners. In the middle layer, we have machine learning services that make it easy for machine learning developers and data scientists to build, train, and deploy machine learning models in a single click with Amazon SageMaker. Then across the top, we have our AI services that allow all developers to use pre-trained and auto-trained models to add intelligence to any application without any machine learning expertise. What we'll be taking you through today is Amazon Personalize. That's the one I've highlighted with that yellow box there. So what we're going to go through today is a broader personalization landscape to start with, touching on customer expectations. We'll move on to the business benefits. I'll give you a high-level overview of how Amazon Personalize works. I'll share some use cases from the retail, media, and entertainment areas, and then I'll run you through a practical demonstration of Amazon Personalize in action. So in terms of the current landscape, I think you'll agree with me in saying that personalization is everywhere. It is something we've all experienced across a number of different areas: online retail sales, online streaming services, gaming. Then consider how quickly technology is developed, as well as the vast amount of time people spend online in general. And what this means is that the number of touch points that businesses have with customers has grown hugely. Think about the number of interactions across tons of different products, services, and industry segments. What this ultimately means is that as the ability to deliver more sophisticated experiences has evolved over time, so has the intrinsic expectation and demand from customers to receive a more personalized experience with the brands that they engage with. So that culminates in today's customers expecting a frictionless, curated experience across digital channels as they consider, purchase, and use products and services. And in fact, 63% of customers see this as the standard level of service. And market leaders are making investments in personalization to meet their customer expectations. So how does personalization help drive value? Well, when you're delivering curated content and relevant customer experiences, this enables you to improve business outcomes like acquiring and retaining customers, increasing engagement, so click-through rates, time spent on your website or application, content views, the rates at which people might open emails. It helps drive efficiencies and revenue. It also improves discoverability, and that's particularly important if you have large catalogs where new products or content is consistently, regularly being added. And it probably comes as no surprise to you that Amazon.com is a pioneer of personalization with over 20 years of experience. Through that experience and those learnings, we recognize that different personalization strategies are needed for different use cases. And machine learning has enabled us to deliver unique experiences to individual customers based on their behavior and preferences, using real-time data rather than generic segments. Our goal is to enable organizations to leverage our learnings and make it easy for them to use machine learning with the data and systems they already have in order to create unique experiences for their data across channels, for their customers across channels and devices at scale. And that's why we created Amazon Personalize. Amazon Personalize enables developers to build applications with the same machine learning technology used by Amazon.com for real-time personalized recommendations with no ML expertise required. to improve business metrics like click-through rates, conversion, marketing efficiency, revenue. There are several benefits that Amazon Personalize provides. So delivering high-quality recommendations. The proprietary ML algorithms used by Amazon Personalize create high-quality recommendations that respond to the specific needs, preferences, and changing behavior of your customers. Personalized ML algorithms are also designed to address complex problems, such as creating up to 50% better recommendations for new users, products, and content with no historical data. You can personalize every customer touchpoint. Amazon Personalize easily integrates into your existing websites, apps, SMS, and email marketing systems to provide unique customer experiences across channels and devices, eliminating high infrastructure and resource costs. Amazon Personalize provides flexibility to use real-time or batch data based on what's most appropriate for your use case. For example, real-time data may be more appropriate for product or content recommendations on a website or app, whereas batch data may be more appropriate for large email campaigns. Another benefit is to easily implement an ML solution at scale. A challenge with static rule-based systems is efficiently scaling. It's challenging to define and maintain rules that are specific enough to offer any meaningful personalization. So that means that while the effort needed to maintain those solutions increases proportionally with scale, your performance actually diminishes. And that results in poor consumer experiences and decreased return on investments. Amazon Personalize does not rely on static rules, and that enables customers to scale personalization strategies very efficiently. Furthermore, Personalize automates many of the complicated steps to build, train, and deploy a machine learning model, and that makes it a very approachable solution for application developers, and therefore really expands the reach of ML to a broader set of organizations and provides an alternative solution to those with competing ML priorities. Lastly, but certainly not least, in terms of data privacy and security, all of your organization's data is encrypted to be private and secure and is only used to create recommendations for your customers. All models are private and custom, and we do not share data between customers or with Amazon Retail. So how does Amazon Personalize work? Well, I'll be showing you a practical demonstration of it in action a little bit. But in the meantime, this is the high-level workings. So you start by providing data about your users and items to Personalize. The data we use for modeling on Personalize is of three types. It's the activity of your users, details about your items, and then details about your users. So if we start off with the activity of your users, we also call that events. So examples of those events are what items your users are clicking on, what they're purchasing, what they're watching. The events you send to us will be dependent on your business domain. This is the strongest signal for personalization, this data set, and it's the only one that's actually mandatorily required for personalization. The second kind of data set includes details about your items, so things like price points, category information, genre, essentially information in your product or content catalog. The data set is optional, but it's very useful for scenarios such as cold start, recommending new items, that sort of thing. Personalize also enables customers to unlock the information trapped in their product descriptions, reviews, movie synopses, or any other unstructured text using state-of-the-art natural language processing techniques. So Amazon Personalize automatically extracts key information about the items in your catalog and then uses that when generating recommendations for your users. Then the third data set, the one I mentioned, details about your users. So that would be things like location, age, that sort of thing. So once you have the data in Personalize, in just a few clicks, you can get custom private personalization model trained and hosted for you. And then you can vend recommendations for your users through a private API that Personalize offers. And then you just engage with that. So just under the hood, you can see that Amazon Personalize automatically processes and inspects the data, identifies what data is meaningful. It automatically selects the right algorithms. I'm sorry about that. And it trains and optimizes a personalized models that's customized to that data. And then on the right, you can see that the API that you engage with. So before we head into the demo, just some insights into use cases in retail and media. So in the retail environment, you can personalize users' home pages with product recommendations based on their shopping history. I'll show you that just now. You can recommend similar items on product detail pages to help users easily find what they're looking for. You can help users quickly find relevant new products, deals, promotions, that sort of thing. You can easily re-rank relevant product recommendations to really drive tangible business outcomes. You can personalize push notifications and marketing emails with individualized product recommendations. And you can boost upsell and cross-sell by combining Personalize with business logic to create high-quality cart upsell and cross-sell recommendations. In fact, there's an AWS customer, they're a startup based out of Detroit in the US called StockX. They added a recommended for you product row to their homepage using Amazon Personalize. And that ultimately became their top performing homepage row, with customer engagement increasing by 50%. Just in terms of leveraging Amazon Personalize in media and entertainment, you can drive an increase in content views by delivering highly relevant, individualized content recommendations for things like videos, for music, for ebooks. You can create highly curated personalized content carousels for every user based on their content consumption history. You can help users find fresh new content based on their unique tastes and preferences. You can personalize pre-roll, mid-roll, and post-roll ad placements within audio and video content. Another option is using Amazon Personalize to improve marketing communication. And you do that by leveraging push communications, push notifications, and marketing emails with individualized content recommendations. And you can enhance your genre-based recommendations by adding individualized recommendations to genre based on content carousels and lists. And then in this space, just briefly, we have an AWS customer called Pulse Live. They're a digital partner to some of the biggest names in sports. They recognized a 20% increase in video consumption across their website and mobile app using Amazon Personalize. Okay, so let me jump across to the demo. Great. So here is our retail demo store. There are a few things I'm going to show you before I get into the main retail store. The first thing I'm going to show you is the personas. So I'm going to select a shopper. The auto-generated shopper is Karen. Her primary interests are books, and then secondary interests, apparel or home decor. We can try a different shopper. So we've got Heather, electronics, outdoors, and footwear. So let's select her. The reason why we have these predefined shoppers is to provide this demo with a sense of historical data. If you were deploying this, you'd use your users' data, historical data, and also data that's generated while the users are actually interacting on the website. So let me confirm that shopper. Then the second thing I want to show you quickly is the Amazon personalized recipes. So the recipes are effectively algorithms that are prepared for specific use cases. And so the ones we'll be going through today, and I'll be showing you today on the retail demo store, is personalized ranking, user personalization, and then similar products, related products. So let's go back to the store. First thing I want to point out is that Heather has an interest in electronics primarily, and then outdoors and footwear. And so this is the first recipe. It's the user personalization. So what it's going to show on the main front screen, if I just click on that again, this is basically the front page of the demo store, is Heather's going to see electronics. And then Heather's going to see outdoors and footwear. So that's the first thing. I'm going to show you what happens if Heather clicks on that handy cable. So Heather clicks on that. Now what it's going to show is similar items. So that's another of those recipes I mentioned, right? So if I go back to Personalize, I've showed you personalization, where on the main page, she saw products that related to her interests. And then when she clicked on the product, it showed her related products. So that's from that recipe. So again, it's showing her products that are related to this electronics category. If we go back to the main page, the third recipe I'm going to show you quickly is at the bottom here. And this relates to personalized rankings. So what that's going to do is when it comes to featured products, depending on Heather's interests, it's going to put certain products ahead of others in kind of a prioritization. So that's those three recipes. The next thing I want to show you quickly is we also have filters we can set up. So you might guess if I click into this, what this is going to do. You can see exclude item where the interactions event type is order completed. So let's go back to our retail demo store. We can see as Heather clicks about here, handy cable, this comes up. If she clicks on other electronics, and we go back to the main screen, that handy cable is there still. Sorry, didn't mean to zoom. Now, if I click on handy cable and we buy it, view cart, checkout, place order. Now you'll notice when we're back at our home screen, that cable is no longer there. And that's by virtue of the personalized, the filtering that was configured. And so what that's effectively doing is that once Heather's actually purchased the item, it feeds back that activity to Personalize, and then Personalize, when presenting products to Heather on this front page, it will exclude products that have already been bought. Then the final integration, the final kind of feature I want to show you quickly on Personalize, it really is a quick demo, is kind of a cold start scenario. So if I go to, let me grab this URL. So if I go to the site from a incognito browser, I'll just say skip login. You'll notice that we now see very different products to what we saw with Heather. And that's because there is no, I'm a brand new user here. There is no historical data that Personalize can leverage off. And so there's no inspired by my shopping here. It's simply trending products. And then featured products similarly. It's just going to put whatever products are featured. In this particular instance, what Personalize is going to do when there's no history is that Personalize is going to be showing the kind of popular products across the entire site. And so that should be, you know, kind of attractive to me, because I'm going to see literally only the products that, you know, are the most popular across all users across the entire site. So that's a great default behavior to really show your most popular products to a new user. But then an interesting thing will happen. So if I start clicking through some of these things, so if I start clicking through, I guess, this cushion, then I'm effectively looking at home decor, right? So if I click on the wall clock, and if I click on the table lamp, and if I look at these picture frames, now if I go back to the main page, suddenly it says inspired by my shopping trends. Now there is information, and that's because while I was doing real-time clicking through, Personalize was basically learning that I have an interest in home decor. And now when I go back to this main front page, it's showing me home decor items. So I hope that gives you just a small taste of what Personalize, can do, how you could put Personalize to work in a retail application setting. And in fact, this website, this retail application demo, you can actually deploy this in your AWS account. It's available on GitHub under AWS samples, and it's titled Retail Demo Store. So you're welcome to deploy that into your account, interact with it, play around with it, and also get a sense of how Personalize works on the console. And you can kind of interact with the API and check it out if you have an interest in that. And so that brings us to a close. What I want to leave you with is that it isn't just the value and benefits of Amazon Personalize that I want you to remember. I also want to remind you that it's just one of 13 fully managed services that abstract the need for you to do your own AI and machine learning. A couple others, you saw them at the start of this webinar, but a couple of the others were services like Textract, which can automatically extract text, handwriting, and data from scanned documents. We also have Amazon Fraud Detector, which is a fully managed service, also fully managed, and uses machine learning to identify potentially fraudulent activity. And these are services that you can quickly and easily get up and running and leverage in minutes. In fact, the fraud detector I mentioned, we have a getting started blog page where you can get it up and running in about 90 minutes. So that's about it from me for today. Once again, thank you so much. I'll be spending a few more minutes online to take any questions you may have. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much again. Bye-bye. Hope you have a wonderful day.